Yandy Smith, known for her strength and poise, recently broke down on television, revealing the emotional toll of ongoing rumors and accusations about her marriage. For weeks, social media has been buzzing with allegations that have targeted her family and personal life, pushing her to a breaking point. Fans were shocked to see her vulnerability, as she has always been a figure of resilience in the face of public scrutiny. The rumors began as minor whispers, but quickly escalated into a major media frenzy, questioning the fidelity of her husband Mendeecees. This situation has raised concerns about the impact of social media on personal lives and relationships, suggesting that the industry may never be the same. Yandy has faced challenges before, but this time the intensity of the rumors and the public's reactions seemed to overwhelm her. The situation has sparked discussions about the nature of trust and loyalty in relationships, leaving many to wonder if this could signal the beginning of trouble for Yandy and Mendeecees. At first, Yandy stayed quiet because she didn't want to add to the drama. But inside, she felt the pressure building. Every time she checked social media, she saw her name being dragged through the mud. Fans who once supported her were now starting to doubt her. Then came the biggest shock. A supposed insider claimed to have proof that Mendeecees was seen with someone else in a blog post that went viral. They said he had been spotted multiple times at a lounge, having a cozy chat with a woman who wasn't Yandy. This wasn't just idle gossip anymore. It felt like an attack. People began tagging Yandy and demanding answers. She tried to brush it off, but then a blurry video surfaced showing a man who looked like Mendeecees talking to a woman at a bar. Even though the video had no clear audio or proof of anything wrong, it spread like wildfire online. Yandy felt like her world was spinning. She knew how these situations worked. Once a story like this started, it was hard to control. Over the years, she and Mendeecees had faced a lot of criticism, but they had always managed to get through it, even during tough times like his incarceration. This time, though, it felt different. Mendeecees reassured her that she shouldn't worry and told her to ignore the rumors, insisting he hadn't done anything wrong. But Yandy was worried about more than just the gossip. She was exhausted from constantly defending their relationship and proving that their love was real. She struggled to sleep at night, haunted by the accusations and the way people had suddenly turned against her. She had built a reputation as a strong woman who stood by her partner, but now it felt like her efforts were never enough. Then something unexpected happened. One of her closest friends, someone she had trusted for years, told her that the rumors weren't just online, they were coming from someone close to her. In a private discussion, Yandy expressed her deep emotional turmoil over rumors affecting her marriage. She was visibly upset, crying and trembling as she defended her family and her reputation. The recorded moment captured her raw feelings, as she passionately denied the allegations against her husband, insisting that they were false. Yandy's emotional outburst shifted the focus from the rumors to her personal struggle, leading to widespread discussion on social media. While some viewers sympathized with Yandy, others questioned her intense reaction, suggesting that if the allegations were untrue, her response seemed excessive. This sparked a debate about her mental state and the strength of her marriage. Meanwhile, her husband Mendeecees remained silent, which led to increased doubt about their relationship. Fans revisited past interviews, reflecting on Yandy's previous support for him, and some speculated that she might be in denial about the situation. Yandy's fight was not just about her marriage. It symbolized a broader struggle against the negative portrayal of black love. She felt a responsibility to show that resilient couples could endure challenges without succumbing to gossip. However, as she faced her doubts, she began to question whether the rumors held more truth than she wanted to believe, leaving her shaken and uncertain about the future of her relationship. Yandy is feeling overwhelmed as rumors about her personal life spiral out of control, threatening her public image, job, and family. An emotional video she released has sparked intense media coverage and gossip, with many suggesting she is in denial about her marriage to Mendeecees. Some people seem to want her to fail, and she is hurt by the judgment from friends who have turned their backs on her during this difficult time. As the rumors grow, even her loyal fans begin to question her relationship, leading to feelings of isolation and powerlessness for Yandy. Despite Mendeecees' attempts to console her, his silence on the matter only adds to her frustration. She feels betrayed by his lack of support when she needs him the most. The couple's relationship is strained as they struggle to navigate the emotional turmoil together, highlighting the impact of external pressures on their trust and unity. Yandy insists that Mendeecees must take a stand against the rumors, emphasizing that this situation is more serious than just gossip. It affects their family and their bond. Yandy felt abandoned by Mendeecees during a tough time, expressing her hurt over the judgment they faced from others. She needed him to be more than just a silent supporter. She wanted him to actively fight alongside her. This led her to question if Mendeecees was truly the partner she believed him to be, as she felt overwhelmed by negativity and doubt. In a moment of frustration, Yandy decided to take action by posting on social media, declaring that she was tired of the lies and rumors surrounding her life. She felt a sense of relief after sharing her truth, despite the potential backlash. Once her post went live, it quickly gained attention, receiving a mix of supportive and critical comments. This moment marked a turning point for Yandy, as she chose to stand up for herself and her family amidst the chaos. Yandy faced a tough time as rumors and gossip about her and her family spread, causing her significant emotional distress. Despite feeling overwhelmed, she found hope through the support of friends who reassured her of their love and presence. The situation escalated quickly, with the media and public scrutinizing her every move, making her feel like she was under a microscope. While she tried to maintain a strong front in public, privately, she struggled with sleepless nights, worrying about her family's well-being and the impact of the accusations. Mendeecees, Yandy's partner, also struggled with the situation but chose to withdraw instead of supporting her. His silence only fueled the rumors, leading people to question his involvement in the accusations. As the pressure mounted, it became clear that both Yandy and Mendeecees needed to confront the situation together, but his decision to stay silent left Yandy feeling even more isolated in her fight to protect her family. In the text, Mendeecees realizes that he needs to take action after seeing how much Yandy has been affected by a difficult situation. He understands that simply apologizing is not enough. He must show his commitment to supporting her and confront the lies that threaten their relationship. Yandy, feeling hurt and isolated, expresses her need for him to defend them and acknowledges the emotional toll the situation has taken on her trust. Mendeecees admits he has not been present enough and was afraid to speak up, but now he recognizes that he needs to be there for Yandy. Despite his intentions, Yandy struggles to believe him due to the pain of betrayal she feels. She expresses her anguish, feeling abandoned when she needed support the most. Mendeecees acknowledges her pain and promises to stand by her and their family, but Yandy needs time to heal and cannot simply return to their previous relationship without addressing the emotional scars. She knew she had to find a way to heal, even if it meant taking small steps for the sake of her husband and family. As Yandy sat with him, she couldn't help but think about their past. The tension between them was clear as she remembered the dreams they once shared, the life they built together, and the love that felt unbreakable. Was it really over? Could they rebuild what had been torn apart by public scrutiny, rumors, and lies? Days passed, and while their relationship began to feel more normal, the damage from the stories lingered. The media, though quieter, was still hunting for the next big scoop. It was hard to ignore the constant reminders of their struggles. Every time Yandy checked social media, there was another post or comment trying to tear them down. But what hurt her the most was the growing doubt in her heart. She started to question everything: her life, her marriage, and her choices. Would she ever feel secure in her relationship again? Could she be sure that the chaos outside wouldn't impact her family? In her eyes, he could see the distance and hesitation. She no longer embraced him the way she used to, and he understood that there was no quick fix. Restoring their broken trust would take time, but he was willing to do whatever it took to prove to Yandy that he was committed to their future. Meanwhile, Yandy's fans continued to send her uplifting messages, praising her strength and resilience. Yandy felt grateful for the support she received, but it still wasn't enough to fill the emptiness inside her. Words alone couldn't satisfy her. She needed to change how she viewed the world. She wanted to escape the constant negativity and criticism. One evening, after another tough day battling online negativity, she was scrolling through her social media. She saw messages from friends, fans, and even strangers who admired her for being true to herself and praised her strength. One comment stood out to her: "You deserve to be happy, Yandy. You deserve peace. Don't let these people take away your joy. Keep fighting for your rights." Those words struck a chord with her. For the first time in days, Yandy decided she wouldn't let the outside world dictate her happiness. She wouldn't let others define who she was. It was time to take control. Taking a deep breath and closing her eyes, she promised herself that she would ignore the noise around her. No matter what challenges came her way, she would fight for her family, her mental health, and the future she wanted. As days went by, her determination grew stronger. She refused to let lies and rumors run her life any longer. For the first time in a long while, she prioritized herself, her emotional well-being, her mental health, and her ability to move forward. She was ready to take things one step at a time, even though she knew the road to recovery wouldn't be easy. Meanwhile, Menk was still struggling with the aftermath of everything that had happened. He realized he needed to support Yandy in ways he had never done before. He could see how much the rumors and public attention had affected her, and he realized he had been neglecting what truly mattered, his family, because he was too caught up in his own worries and doubts. Even though he wasn't sure how to start, he was ready to make things right. He began to show Yandy that he was committed to being there for her, understanding that just saying the right words wasn't enough. One evening, after a long day at work, Mendy came home late to find Yandy sitting on the couch. She looked peaceful, even though she was tired, as if she had finally found some inner calm. Despite her past struggles, she felt hopeful after reflecting on everything that had happened. She was ready to let go of her pain and start rebuilding her life. Mendy entered with a mix of love and regret in his eyes, knowing that this was a turning point for both of them. In a soft, sincere voice, he said, "Yandy, I know I haven't been the man you needed. I've been selfish and distant, but I want to change that. I aspire to be the man you deserve, and I want to support you and our family." Yandy looked at him, her feelings mixed. He had said similar things before, but this time there was something different in his eyes. She could see the genuine passion in his voice, and she felt he was being honest. However, the scars from the past were hard to heal. Yandy replied, "I need time. I have to understand that this is more than just words. I need to see that you are committed to our family and to us. I can't keep fighting this battle alone." The men nodded, understanding the weight of her words. "Yandy, I will show you every day that I mean it. I'm not going anywhere." Yandy didn't respond immediately. She needed time to process everything. She wanted to feel safe again, and for the first time in a long while, she allowed herself to hope that things could change. Maybe, just maybe, they could get through this together. In the days that followed, Mendeecees became more involved in their relationship, showing Yandy that he was fully committed to their future. They started attending therapy sessions to work through their issues and improve their communication and support for each other. Although Yandy was still a bit hesitant, she began to open up to him in ways she hadn't in months. It wasn't perfect, but it was a start, and their emotional distance began to shrink. However, the damage had already been done. As the media shifted its focus to other topics, the ongoing rumors about Yandy and Mendeecees served as a constant reminder of their struggles. Yet Yandy was learning to ignore the negativity. She realized that her happiness didn't depend on what others thought. It was based on the love and support within her family. One day, while sitting on the couch with Mendeecees and scrolling through social media, she came across a fan post that made her smile. It was a simple yet heartfelt message. "You're an inspiration, Yandy. You are a strong fighter. Keep pushing yourself, you can do it." Those words resonated deeply with her. She realized that her true strength came from within, even if the world around her had different opinions. She didn't need anyone else's approval and refused to let the gossip define who she was. She had the power to create her own narrative. Turning to Mendeecees, who had been quietly watching her while holding her shoulder, she said softly but firmly, "We've been through a lot, but we're still here, still fighting, and we'll come out of this even stronger." Mendeecees squeezed her hand and smiled, reminding her, "We are Yandy, we have each other, and that's all that matters." In that moment, Yandy realized she didn't have to prove anything to anyone. She didn't need to justify her choices or her life to others. The opinions that truly mattered were those of the people who had supported her through thick and thin. Even though Yandy would always carry the scars from her struggles, she emerged stronger than ever. She learned to trust herself again and recognized her own strength, vowing never to let the outside world disturb her inner peace. As time passed, Yandy and Mendeecees grew closer. They faced challenges together, and while their relationship wasn't perfect, it was real, built on respect, love, and trust. They both knew that the drama, accusations, and rumors would never completely disappear, but they also understood that as long as they stood united, they could overcome anything. As for the rumors, like all rumors, they eventually faded away. Yandy and Mendeecees were left to rebuild their lives while the world moved on to the next big story. But the lies that once threatened to tear them apart had lost their power. Their love, commitment to each other, and strong belief that they can tackle any challenge together truly set them apart. The drama that Yandy and Mendeecees have been through shows they are facing one of the toughest times in their lives. Will these rumors continue to drive them apart, or will they come out even stronger? What do you think? Can they handle the weight of these false accusations, or will it be too much for their relationship? Share your thoughts in the comments below. Do you believe Yandy and Mendeecees can overcome this, or do you think it will all fall apart in the end? To keep up with all the latest celebrity drama, make sure to hit the like button and subscribe if you haven't done so already. The story is far from over, and you won't want to miss what happens next. Don't forget to turn on those alerts so you can be the first to know when we post the next exciting update. We're just getting started, so stay tuned.